My relationship with Professor Adam Lawson was a secret, a 4-year violation of the university's strict ban on student-faculty relationships. Just before graduation, I begged him to come home with me to meet my parents. His hand, which had been caressing my waist, froze. "Are you serious?" I nodded, my heart pounding, but a slow, dismissive smile spread across his face. "Your father asked me to look after you. If he found out I've been sleeping with his precious daughter, he'd probably kill me." He leaned in, his voice a low murmur against my ear. "Stop messing around. Screwing is one thing, Ava, but for marriage, you'll have to find someone else." I froze. He kissed me then, a brief, meaningless gesture of affection before pressing a slip of paper into my hand. "That's my nephew's contact info," he said. "He's your age. Why don't you give him a call?" Adam's voice was casual, laced with the lazy satisfaction of a man who'd just gotten what he wanted. On any other day, this was when he was most agreeable. He'd say yes to anything. But today, though his tone was light, the words held an undeniable finality. The piece of paper in my hand felt like it was burning a hole through my skin. I wanted to crumple it up, to throw it in the trash, to scream at him. After 4 years, was there ever a single moment of genuine feeling for me? But my mind went numb, flashing back to a scene from 3 nights ago. Adam had just been promoted. His friends took him out to a bar to celebrate, and by the time he called me, he was already drunk, his words slurring as he asked me to pick him up. When I found him, he was leaning against a brick wall outside, a cigarette dangling from 2 fingers, a lighter flickering in his other hand. As the flame caught, one of his friends asked, "Ava's been with you for 4 years, man. Aren't you going to make it official? Your final thesis defense is coming up." Another chimed in. "After that, you won't be professor and student anymore." I held my breath, my heart hammering against my ribs. This was the day I had been waiting for, dreaming of for 4 long years. The day I could finally stand by his side in the open. The day I wouldn't have to duck my head and avoid his gaze when we passed on campus. When I could call him something other than the formal, sterile title everyone else used. Professor Lawson. I was desperate to hear his answer. But in the next second, he took a long drag from his cigarette and exhaled a plume of white smoke. A smirk played on his lips, as if he'd just heard the funniest joke in the world. "Are you serious? Her dad asked me to look after her? That's it. What feelings? Make it official? Get real." "Dude, he didn't ask you to look after her in your bed." His friend shot back, shocked. Adam just chuckled, a low, dismissive sound. "She came on to me, and I'm not a saint." I couldn't name the feeling that washed over me then. It was a sharp, twisting pain in my chest, and my eyes burned. On instinct, I turned and ran. I didn't go back to his apartment or to my dorm. I bought a 6-pack of beer and went to the beach, chugging it down, trying to drown the image of his smiling face from my mind. But it was no use. I ended up blackout drunk, and in the end, it was Adam who came to get me. He never asked what was wrong. He didn't care. He just took me home, and his lips found mine in the darkness. His hands gripped my waist, pulling me into a familiar, dizzying climb. The pathetic thing was, I couldn't resist him. It was only at the very end, when I couldn't hold back the tears any longer, that I bit down hard on his shoulder, drawing blood. I forced him to whisper the words I so desperately needed to hear. "I love you." I used to secretly delight in the thought that Adam, a man who was wealthy, brilliant, and constantly